Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for giving some of your time today. I was worried that no one would be here. It's 4, right? 4 in the evening. I think we're all maybe a little bit hungry. But the good news is you're here. Also, this is recorded, so you can show it to your friends later, maybe as well. So this is going to be a 2-part talk. The first part is going to be myself, and I'm going to be sharing a few things that I want you guys to know about our program. And then we're very lucky today to have an industry guest talk from Coinbase, and they're going to share some more exciting things about 15 minutes from now. So first things first, yes, I'm Ryan, I'm in charge of the program, so I'm very biased, but this is one of our newest and I believe most exciting programs. Specifically, I'm just going to give an introduction for this program. I'm going to talk a little bit about the motivation behind it, not to give a history lesson, but I think the motivation really makes a clear case of why this is a good program to join and will provide successful outcomes for you, hopefully, in the future. Then we're going to go into our industry presentation, highlighting some fintech innovations from a Web3 perspective, and Yu Yang is going to be leading us through that. And then after, we're going to have about 15 minutes of dedicated Q&A. So if you have any questions, maybe hold them till the end, and that would be easier for the flow of the session. Okay, so back in time, in 2021, at the end of the year, Ministry of Education and Monetary Authority of Singapore basically came to SIT saying that there was a shortage of ICT trained professionals within the finance sector, within the financial services sector. And they were looking for us to create an undergraduate program which populated that workplace here in Singapore. And so initially we said yes, and we started working with them and alongside IMDA, we started developing the curriculum. So the first thing I want to highlight is actually this curriculum was initially set out as a directive from the government of Singapore because they believe in this type of program. So we started working with them to set out the learning outcomes. IMDA actually did a survey of all the relevant jobs and all the relevant skill sets, and we started building our curriculum around what modules would instill those in our students. But beyond that, we also had support from a variety of industry partners, and I think you can see some of the big names here. We've got AIA, DBS, Infosys, et cetera, et cetera. So this list here, all these partners actually helped create and build our curriculum as well. So I was consulting with them, our module leaders were consulting with them about what subject matter, what programming languages they're using in their technical departments, et cetera, and we used that to make sure our curriculum would meet those standards. Okay, so all these partners here actually signed a memorandum of understanding in 2022 at the Fintech Festival in support of SIT and our program. And they're providing jobs and help facilitating our classroom teaching by coming in and doing guest talks for us as well. So this is a very well curated curriculum, which is very much supported by the government and industry here in Singapore. Speaking of the external big parties which are providing jobs and also informing our curriculum, we have a huge emphasis on the actual workplace for this program. This is a work-study degree program, and specifically we're running this under the TITO model, which is term in, term out. Now this is coined by MOE, and the idea is to be based somewhat like the European German model and have your education paired with actual workplace learning and earning. Okay, so in our program, and we'll go through a brief view of the schedule, but you've got 16 months approximately of paid working throughout your 3-year degree. So not only are you learning the content from an academic setting, but you're actually working and earning money alongside it, right? So you go out to the job market, you have degree, but no work experience. You go out, you have work experience, no degree, they're not going to pay you enough, but we give you both, right? Okay, already a great selling point. And the last thing is the actual workplace you're going to is a huge growth market. Okay, we know the tech sector, recently there was some news of cuts here and there, but tech is still the biggest industry globally, all right? Furthermore, in the Bloomberg reports, et cetera, we can see that the finance, particularly the finance sector, the fintech sector, is still growing in positions. And if you look here in Singapore, we're now the 3rd largest financial hub, okay? Overtook Hong Kong in 2022, right? There's a lot going on here in Singapore, a lot of jobs in this area, and the government is behind this type of program as well, okay? So if you take away anything from today, from my part, we have a very well supported curriculum from the government, from big industry players. We have a term in, term out, so you're learning, working, and earning all at the same time through a 3-year degree. And you're going into a very competitive future job market with this kind of future-proof degree program.
I want to sum up here with this last slide again. It might sound a little bit cheesy, but I know many of you are thinking about exploring a career in fintech, right? So I personally would say this is one of the most exciting times to be in the fintech industry, just because so much innovation, so many new things are going on, and there are so many opportunities to actually, do something that will like that either slowly or even some of these projects just suddenly take off and like completely change how people use money and value, how people can now securely own things that they actually own, right? Like, sounds a little cheesy, but being a part of actually improving economic freedom has been very meaningful for me.